Hi everyone! Thanks for watching this video. I'm really excited today to show you two looks, just building off of the first and creating the second. So, going in with my Morphe palette, and I am going to be using first this third shade in, which is called Silk Cream, right there. And like I said, I'm using the M573. And I'm going to be going into this crease here. So the first thing I do is I kind of do circular motions off to the side. And then I'll like windshield wiper in and focus the color on the outer corner of my eye. And use the brush to kind of drag some of it over once there's not as much color on it. And this is going to be kind of in my crease and then also above. So this is my transitions shade. Tap that off. So I usually start in my crease and then bring it up higher as I go, because then I can kind of control myself. And the other thing that I tend to do when I'm putting eyeshadow on is that I tend to like lift my eyebrow, and then I think that I'm putting the color in a sufficient spot, but then when I close my eye and let my sort of skin droop, I can tell that I can't see it, so then I can actually bring that color higher then. I have like semi-hooded eyes. So there. I'm going to do that to the other eye quick. Okay, so now that they're even, I am going to go in with my next color, and for this one, I'm going to be using the second color in the second row, which is called Butter. So it's here. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't very clear. Where am I at? Find the second color in the palette, which is called Butter, and it's this one here. And this one I'm going to put pretty much in the same spot, but maybe keep it just a smidge bit lower. So again, starting in the outer corner, dragging it in a little bit. I love this color so much. It's kind of like a peachy pinky tone, and it's just really, really pretty. And I'll do the other eye. Okay, so now that I have my transition, I'm going to make my outer corner and my crease a bit darker, and to do that I'm going to use the shade Buns, which is in the third row of the palette, and it's the second to last color. Oh, boop, 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 it's this one right here. Let me get my stuff together. So this is Buns. I'm going to be using Buns. And I'm still using that same Morphe M573. Again, starting on the outer corner and dragging it over in like a windshield wiper motion. And look at how that's like deepening up that crease. It's really pretty. Ooh, I love this color. I love this palette, to be honest. Okay, and then once I get that shade done, I'm going to do the other eye. So the other thing that I want with this color, I'm going to try to get a little bit closer so you can see, is that I want this to kind of be coming down to my lash line and really like filling in this outer corner, like so. So I'm going to kind of like, yes, I'm going in my crease, but I'm also going to kind of drag it across the lid a little bit by my lash line. Okay. So now that I have all of that done, I am going to apply the translucent powder in a way that's going to help me create this sort of really nice shape. And the other reason that I like this is that it, and Jaclyn Hill talks about this on hers too, and a lot of people use it. Like instead of using a piece of tape to create that line, like a piece of tape creates a really harsh line, whereas the powder, it's softer, so it's not as harsh of a line. So if you like that harsh line, then go ahead, use your tape, use whatever you want, but I like to use the powder. So like I said, I'm going in with my Lorac Pro, okay, there's powder everywhere, Lorac Pro Blurring Translucent Powder, and I'm going to create that shape. So I'm just going in with this, I don't know what, it's another e.l.f. brush. It's kind of got a flatter tip to it. The important thing about this, I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see, is that you don't want to get too close to the lower lash line, because we're actually going to be putting shadow on our lower lash line. So you want to leave some space to do so, and then create that nice swipe here. So just like so. And then I'm going to do the other side. And this is where things get a little tricky because you got to make them even. So it's sort of the same concept as when you use translucent powder to create that nice cut shape for your bronzer. So, and then I'll just leave that, just like that. Now that you have the translucent powder set in, you're going to want to take that same brush, the Morphe M573, and you're going to blend all of this shadow out to that powder. So you start creating that really nice arc shape. Arc's not the right, it's kind of that pointed, I don't know what you would call it. So we're just going to drag all of this down, really blend it out into that translucent setting powder. Good. Okay. So now that we have our translucent powder set, we're going to go in with Chip, which is the second to last color on the second to last row. Oops, I can never get this right. It's this one here. So this is Chip. We're going to go in with that. And I am using the Morphe M506, which is a really nice slender blending brush. And we're going to kind of start defining that outer V. Can't even see what I'm doing. okay? And then in between that and the next color, I'm going to go back in with the M573 and I'm going to blend it out so it gets a really nice seamless look and doesn't get patchy looking. You can also go in with some of those first colors that we used and really, which were, let me check, they were Silk Cream and Butter, and you can kind of blend the top edge of that so it's not such a harsh shade as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go in again with the M506, and this time I'm going to go in with Central Park. It is on the last row of Jaclyn Hill's, third from the end, so it's this one here. So going in with Central Park, and we're going to start or continue defining that outer V and kind of deepen it. And again, like I said earlier, this is one of those times that I'm going to make sure that when I drop my hood down on my eyes, that you can kind of see that pop of color. So I might bring this up just a smidge higher, just so that you can still see that dark brown when I have my eyebrow not raised. I really should move my camera angle. Hopefully this works. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side. Just continuing to set that or get that outer V darker. Okay. And then when that's done, again, going in with the M573 and those two shades, Silk Cream and Butter, kind of mixing them together and then blending out everything that we just did, especially along the top edges, because we don't want it to look like it is abruptly ending anywhere. Okay, and I'm going to do the other side. Okay, and then at this point I am going to wipe off this translucent powder because now I'm going to start doing the lower lash line. At this point, this is a look in itself. So you could put lashes on and you could put your mascara on or whatever you want to do and be done. You could put eyeliner on. I'm going to start doing the lower part of my eye, so I'm going to sweep this away and look at how nice that creates that shape and leaves that behind, so that it's not like this super harsh line like when I use tape, but it's a really nice soft, subtle line. And at the same time I'm simultaneously wiping away my under eye bake. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that same first brush, M573, and I'm going to go in with the shade Butter again, which is the second one on the second row of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to start doing my under eyes with that. Oh, probably should get high. And this I'm going to go from the outer corner all the way almost to the inner corner, like so. And I will do the other eye. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a different brush now. So this is the third brush. It's the M4372, and it's this really flat brush. It's kind of like a definer brush. And now I'm going to go in with the color Mocha, or sorry, not Mocha, Chip. I'm going with chip. Probably mix chip and mocha together. And then this, I'm going to just follow that lower lash line and start putting that darker color under there. And then I'm going to make sure that it connects up to the darker colors of the top eye. Oh, you can't see, sorry. And this one, I'm not going to go all the way. I'm probably going to end about there. And then after this shade, I'm going to go back in with my M573 and the shade Butter, and I'm going to blend that out, kind of soften the edges again. Okay. So now at this point, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade of the palette, that is Abyss. It is the last one. It is the black shade of this palette. And I'm going to use that as sort of an eyeliner. So I'm going to start by sort of going with that under eye and getting as close to the lash line as I can. And this I'm only going to do on the outer corner. So when you're using dark colors, you don't really want to bring them in because they're going to make your eyes look kind of more closed off and small. But if you keep it to the outer corner, it will make your eyes look bigger. So we're going to use it just on the outer corner of this eye. And I'm going to do the same thing on the top lid. I'm going to be a smidge bit more sort of thicker on the outside, and then I'm going to get lighter as I go in. Hot. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other. At this point, I'm going to do a little bit of blending on my lower eye. Now that I put the black in, just a little bit of smoothing things out. Go across my brow bone a little bit. Make sure that things are even. Okay, so at this point now, I am going to make sure that this is blended out because it needs to be blended out. So at this point, you can be done. You can go and put your lashes on, and you can definitely be done at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do one eye with just this look. So I'm going to use this eye. I'm going to go and put a false eyelash on. And then this eye we're going to continue working on. So I will be right back. So I put the lashes on my one eye. They're beautiful. They're huge. I love it. They are the Eylure Vegas Bronze Beauty eyelashes. When you wear these though, your lower lashes look teeny tiny, so I recommend using a volumizing mascara on your lower lash line with them. So I like the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. It is one of my favorite mascaras. So I will apply that onto my lower lash line to give them some bulk. I mean, really, just super pretty, right? And then I'm going to finish the left eye now and show you how I did my look for my date night the other night. So I have this product that I have been dying to use, and I like didn't really know how I wanted to do it. I feel like this needs a little bit more blending. Blend with me, be happy. Okay, so I didn't really know how I wanted to use it, and then I watched a couple tutorials on it, and I decided to just kind of go with it. So I created this look that I had used before, and then I added this to it. So this is the Stila. This is the Shimmer and Glow in La Douce. It is stunning. Let me hand swatch it for you. Hopefully you can see how shimmery it is. So it is this like gold, kind of greenish toned, super beautiful. If you like glitter and you haven't tried the Stila Cosmetics Shimmer and Glows or Glitter and Glows, go out and buy them right now because you need them in your life. Okay, so I'm going to apply this onto the left eye, and I'm going to show you how I created that look that I wore for my date. So I just apply the glitter with the wand that it comes with. So it has this, it's not a doe foot, it's like this weird like spatula sort of thing, and I'm going to just apply it with that. Look at how pigmented and beautiful this glitter is. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing how beautiful that is? Okay, and then I'm going to use this brush to kind of get it up towards my crease and kind of... You do not need a brush to do this. You can just use the wand that it comes with, but I feel like the wand isn't as specific as I wanted it to be. And then I'm going to go in with that little blending brush again. If you need to add a little bit more color, you can. So you can dip back into your Chip and Central Perk and just sort of blend these together. Look at that. Do you see how pretty that is? So pretty. Okay. And then now that I did that, I'm going to apply my lash again, and I will be right. I'm really struggling with the lighting. I know I need to get some lights, and I'm definitely going to invest in them. I just haven't yet. So this is the finished eye look, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my lips and my contour and my blush. Dunzos. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try and take this to the window so that we can get a little bit better of a look, and I will do my intro there probably, because this, I'll try it in both spots. But so there, that's done. This is my look that I did. You can get 2 looks out of this tutorial, which is wonderful. So I hope that helped. Message me if you have any questions. Comment below if you have any questions. If you want more videos like this, comment below. If you want to have me try a product, comment below. Whatever you want, I am here to help you out, so just let me know.